Hey, I'm Matt Jones, and this is Pensacola's Paradise, the weekly video series where we bring you the people, places, and things that make Pensacola and our surrounding area such an amazing place to live. This week, I'm here with Sid Williams-Heath, Executive Director for the Pensacola Little Theatre. Sid, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what you do here.
So on one side, we are the Pensacola Little Theatre. So you can imagine all the different types of theatrical productions that we'll do throughout the year.
Sure.
Something for children, something like the classics for the more adult audience, and then something that you probably don't want to bring grandma to, that more mature content, mind-provoking.
Right.
And then on the other side, we are the Cultural Center. So every community event that you can imagine throughout the year, EntreCon, Civicon, Pensacon, if it's got a con, we've got it.
Okay.
And then of course we're a full education program as well. So we've got classes for adults, children, summer camps, they run throughout the year.
Okay. So, and is that part of your PLT Academy?
It is. So we've got PLT Academy, which is for that kind of end of high school age range.
Okay.
But then we've got Broadway babies, we've got acting for adults, we've got improv, and then a lot of it is specific to what teachers we have in town, which means you'll have puppeteering or stagecraft. You know, we need the talent to teach the talent.
Right. Okay, so you have teachers actually travel into town to talk about these various things and teach people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do teachers come in to put on specific performances?
They do. The teachers are paid because we need that education program to thrive, but the theater as a whole is all volunteer-based.
Okay.
So you see a stage like this and you think, oh, you know, you must pay all those people. They're all volunteers. And I don't mean one, I don't mean 100. We have over 1,000 volunteers every year.
1,000 volunteers?
We do, and we keep those hours logged, and it's almost 80,000 hours of volunteer service every year.
Wow.
Not just actors, that is directors and set designers and painters and costumers. They give their soul, it's their passion.
People really love the Pensacola Little Theatre.
They do.
Like.
They
do. That's awesome. Well, I wanted to ask you about the Lab Rats.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So Lab Rats is one of the improv type classes because we really support the improv troupe that we have here in Pensacola. So it's not just about the acting. It's not just about, you know, being a good improv speaker. It helps you with public speaking skills, that sense of perspective, cultural diversity. So everything that we do in our education system, it really helps the big picture.
Okay, fantastic. And if somebody wants to get involved, they want to come in for an adult acting class, or I think I saw that you go from 4 on up. Like
we do.
4 years old, right?
We do.
Up. How do people get involved? How do they find out more about you?
So we have a website just like anyone, and it's got great volunteer pages, it's got contact information, but the absolute best way is to come to the theater, see what we're doing, check us out, and that's the best way to get involved. When it comes to things like the set building and the painting, we have work calls pretty much every Saturday where we have, you know, somewhere from 10 to 30 volunteers coming, building the sets, painting. But we come alive at around 6:30 every afternoon. So, you know, the business office is here, you know, from 9 o'clock. The box office opens at noon. But the rehearsals, where everyone comes and the magic happens, is around 6:30. So you could easily only see 15 people in this building until that time, and then you have 200 people in this building.
Wow.
It's a strenuous schedule. So if you're in a show that's, like I said, 6:30 to about 10 o'clock every night, Monday through Friday, it's a time commitment, but anyone in town will tell you that the talent and the caliber of what we do here is so much better than anywhere else.
Okay. And if somebody wants to come and see a performance, you want to tell us a little bit about the theater, you know, the actual space?
Absolutely. So if you've been to the Pensacola Little Theatre and the Cultural Center, you'll see that we are not your typical theater space. So the building was originally erected in 1911. Half the building is county jail, half the building was county courthouse.
Right.
So we've actually taken the building and made it into the theater that it is today. But so you're going to get that historic feel. You come right in, you go straight to the box office, they'll tell you the shows. Like I said, there's something truly for every type of audience. We say art for everyone, we mean art for everyone.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me. And if people want to get involved, whether it's volunteer, they want to be in a play, they want to help build stages, or they want to take a class, tell us one more time where they can do that.
They come right here to 400 South Jefferson Street, any time of day. Like I said, we're here during the day, we're here during the evening. We need volunteers, not just for the shows, we also need volunteers for our fundraisers. We have awesome fundraisers throughout the year. That's a raffle party, that's a cabaret that we change the theme theatrically every year. We need all those volunteers. As the Cultural Center, you know, we also have different institutions in here. So even if you want to get involved, it doesn't have to be just with the theater.
Okay.
We've got Ballet Pensacola on the 3rd floor if you're into ballet. We've got Liberty Church here every Sunday. So if that's your thing, definitely come find us on Sundays. We've got the West Florida Literary Federation. We host the Stamped Film Festival. I mean, we have so many people throughout the year. So it doesn't have to just be theater to get involved. It's the Cultural Center.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you so much for spending the time.
Thanks for having me.